Hi, my name is Mitch Amoen, and I'm the producer of Postcards from Spain. This semester, we've taken a brief look at Spanish culture, food, the people, and even their history. For the last two episodes, we're going to hear interviews with students who actually studied abroad in Spain in the spring of 2004 with the Key Study Abroad program. We're going to listen to their remarks on how they think they were personally affected by this once-in-a-lifetime experience.
And I'm here with some of my friends I went to Spain with, and I just felt like we should talk about the time we went to the Alcazar.
I think it's funny because the whole castle actually, like, almost the whole castle blew up in the 1800s because they used to use it as a storage place for the armories and for, like, old weapons and old ammunition and stuff, so it blew up. So when they rebuilt the castle, they decided it didn't necessarily have to actually look like the castle did, and they just wanted to make it look very much like a castle you'd see in a storybook. So that's why it looks really, you know, like perfectly like exactly.
And it has the moat, the really deep moat.
The really deep moat, and none of the castles in like Spain actually the moats
no water in the moat
ever fill up. So there's trees. I liked I could see the whole city from the very top. I think that's where some of my favorite pictures of Segovia are from, because you have the cathedral and the whole city. I thought it was really pretty.
I did too.
I thought it was really neat how you get to see the bed where Ferdinand and Isabella slept and everything. That was just really interesting. Like, whoa, they were actually there at one point a long time ago. And I had like a similar feeling like when we went to Granada and we saw Ferdinand and Isabella's tomb. And we didn't just have to get to see the tomb, we got to go down and see the crypt. So we were like 6 feet away from their coffins. And I was like, wow, this is so magical. And then people were like behind me like, move ahead, we want to see it too. And so I would like go down like 2 or 3 times just to see it for a few minutes at a time.
I liked seeing the church where they got married, like actually in Segovia, because that's when, you know, that set the stage for the whole future of Spain and everything that happened after that. And the church was just right there, and we were like, oh, this is the church where they got married, and this is where all of history changed.
And where she was crowned, Queen of Castile. That was wow. It's amazing to like go to school like down the street from places like this, you know.
Yeah, so look out our classroom window and see, oh, Gothic Cathedral, oh.
Yeah, walk down the street. There's a Roman aqueduct that was built
2,000 years ago.
It's crazy how old stuff is over there. Like I was telling a hairstylist that was doing my hair there, I said I'm gonna miss like having all the history around me, like all the old stuff. She's like, well, in America you have, you know, history too. And I'm like, the oldest thing we have are trees, really. You know. In Spain, things are a lot older. But hey, American history's good. Listen to me make disclaimers.
Hi, I'm Jolene. I also went to Spain, and we were just talking about how the bar scene is very different in Spain because it's not so much like a bar as it is a cafe. And our favorite place to go was Trace Bay because it's right under where our classrooms were, and so we could, you know, just go down there for coffee between classes.
Yeah, and the guy who owns the bar, Tomas, he's a really nice guy, and he's been, you know, like becoming friends with all the people who go down there for all the trips and everything. So he was always really nice to us, and sometimes he'd even have us come and like translate stuff for him. Like if we, you know, there was an American person who came to the cafe to eat and they didn't know what was going on, we'd go over and be like, oh, you know, we speak Spanish or whatever. So that was kind of fun.
Yeah, I had to translate for some French people that came in. They were wanting to buy stamps, and they thought that you could buy stamps in bars. I guess it's that way in France or something, but I had to direct them to the Estanco, which was like kind of strange because, you know, it's a tobacco shop, but you also buy stamps there.
So many things are different.
It's really
like there's
weird.
so many dual like places. Like bars are also cafes, and they're also, you know,
Yeah.
take your family there. And then, you know, the Stancos are, you get stamps or phone cards or cigars or
Right.
cigarette.
And it's like a totally different like view in Spain, because like you think tobacco shop in the United States, you think some little rundown redneck place or something like that, not some place where you buy stamps and phone cards and, you know,
Same thing with the bar.
different things like that. And it's just, yeah, exactly, it's the same thing with the bar, because you think honky tonk or something like that here, but
Or you
it's
think motorcycle guys, or I don't know.
but it's definitely not that at all. So
I like to go to La Colonial a lot too, though, and get the chocolate.
And the tortitas, the little waffles with the
Oh,
chocolate
yeah.
sauce and whipped cream.
My favorite thing, though, is just the tapas.
oh yeah, I
And
was gonna say.
since, you know, we became friends with Tomas and
Daddy.
and Jota and all of the bartenders, and, you know, they would give us extra tapas when we got coffee and stuff.
They really are a lot nicer. I mean, once they know you as an American, they don't just automatically discriminate like, oh, Americans. Like, they may not like our country or our presidency or whatever, but they, you know, the people is what matters to them, I think.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
really was.
Tomas gave me like one of the best compliments ever one time. Like 100 people from England came into the bar all at once when I was there studying, and so I just kind of got out of the way. And when they all left, like 30 minutes later, I said, "Do you ever get tired of, you know, all the ingleses coming in here?" And he goes, "Well, sometimes, you know, and sometimes the Americans are kind of a bother, but you and your friends, you all are Segovianos now. You know, you don't have to worry." So.
Aw.
I just got goosebumps when you said that. Well, I think, too, not even just being in Spain, it was just like we were all there and out of our, you know, comfort zone. So we, you know, talked to people we wouldn't normally talk to, and we, you know, went places like, you know, I wouldn't necessarily, in America, I wouldn't just get real excited and, you know, run out to the art gallery opening. But, you know, we were like, oh, well, this is something we need to experience while we're in Spain. I think we took a lot more advantage of the available activities and the culture around us, because it was, you know, we only had 3 months to be there and we had to experience everything. I think we were a lot more open to the possibility of meeting new people and seeing new things, and, you know, it was just, we went with almost no expectations, because, I mean, you know, we expected to have a good time, but none of us had actually lived in Spain for 3 months, so we didn't have any, you know, set expectations. This is what it's going to be like. So, you know, I think that helped a lot too. And we just made so much better friends with the people we went with, because, you know, like, Tara and I didn't know each other really before we went.
Yeah.
You know, I
didn't know anybody.
I knew a couple of people, sort of, but, it, you know, we're like best friends now that we're back. I think that helped too.
Yeah, and I was already like really close to you guys, and now that we experienced Spain together, I just feel like a million times closer. And Tarika, I kept trying to get Mitchum to explain to me who you were, because I did not know. I was just like, I don't, she's like, she has long brown hair, and I'm like, lots of people have long brown hair. Who's Tarika? And now I've gotten to know you, I feel like you're one of my close friends, and it's so strange how just 3 months in a foreign country can make you so close-knit.
Yeah. I wish we could compare and contrast, like, our plane ride going to Spain, where you and me were sitting next to each other, and our plane ride back, where we were sitting next to each other.
On the way there, we were just sort of...
Yeah, I was intimidated. I was like, so, you know?
Yeah. And we were all, at that point, too, we were all still thinking about,
Yeah.
I'm going to miss my mom and dad, and I'm going to miss my friends at home and my boyfriend. And then on the way home, we were like, I'm going to miss Spain.
We all had the common bond of missing the same thing instead of it being a different